Into a 2v2 situation right off the bat. Green Theft Auto and William will actually not be able to find Green Theft Auto. Green Theft Auto walks right past Gladiator and he is moving toward objective. He will have to fight William Dunce. What is going on here? Animal House take round 4 as Lipinski is able to take down William.
It's your man, Pooh Nanners, and I'm your Texas caster and hype master.
And I'm your caster extraordinaire with the copper-toned hair, Sleepy.
Boy, he's sleeping today. You were so much hyped up earlier. I missed that Sleepy.
Was I?
Oh, so much energy. I loved it. Anyway, we got a quick show today. We got to push everything out. We are running a little bit late, unfortunately, so let's just jump right into Lords of War versus Ember. They fought together this week in a match casted by TFH. And they went across all 3 maps with it being down to the wire on the finale. Unfortunately, there were no clips submitted, so that's all we got to say about that as they go 11-9. Do you have any information about that one?
It just let's see here. Map 1 was 4-2 in Ember's favor. Quarantine went 4-3 in Lords of War's favor. And the last map, like they said, came down to the wire. Suburbia Day in Ember's favor, 4-3. Final score of 11-9.
Yep. They put up their effort, you know. They tried their best. But, you know.
It was a good game. Sorry we didn't get that one cast.
Yeah, too bad we didn't get some clips. You know, like we said, we can get clips from anywhere. But moving on to Cats and Hats versus Colettos. They said they had another match. This is like a revisited one, casted by Trip. It was, which is Trip's old teams. He was on both of those teams at one point. They said it seemed to be very much in favor of the Colettos from the dominating performance they gave against the Cats. But yet again, there's a last no clip. So just moving right along, the Colettos win that series 12-7. Cats going down. Moving on to yet another uncasted match. We have French Onward Union versus the Vikings. So this is a very rare occasions where you find near 15-0s in the modern day league. Extremely rare indeed, but I mean, it's the Vikings. And French Onward Union haven't really been playing a lot that we've seen this season. So, and Vikings have been like gunning for that beginner spot. So, it was not unexpected to see that score.
No, it really wasn't. A couple of 5-0s there. That's insane.
Yeah. So moving on to yet another match, but this time with some casts. It is Team versus Big Red 1. This was their first ever match, and the first time this group of 5 have ever been in a lobby together. They came out on top against Big Red 1. Bro, love the new logo. 3-0. The first map was Suburbia. Bro won the first round on Volk. It was the middle of the middle house objective, and Bro defended phenomenally. Team then took Volk round, took the Volk on the next round on the same objective. Then on Grey Car objective, Team got the cap as Chromie ran in high speed for 2 points. They continued the pace and at that pace, and they took the next round for a smooth map win. Cargo was Bro's pick, and it was a tight one that Team took 4-3, real close down to the wire on that one. On the last map pick, Team chose Quarantine and took it 4-0, dominating the map and finishing with a cap by Chromie. Let's take a look at these clips they pulled for us.
Yeah, poor Buxton having to write that script with the name Team for team. But anyways, a great defense here in the South by William Dunce, or by Bullets for Breakfast, as he pops around and finds 2 right on the objective and grabs Big Red 1, their first Volk round there. On to the next one. This is going to be a matter of good fortune here. Chromie is going to pick up a nice pick onto Nietzsche, and just as he's rotating into the objective, the member of the Volk defense is rotating off the objective to chase the kill, and that's going to give Chromie all the time he needs. He's got his tablet out now. The defender's still rotating, checking for the kill. He doesn't have any idea what's going on, and there it is. team wins the round with a cap. Big Red 1 just fails to secure that uplink.
Yeah, and the winner overall was I mean, it just says team here, so I guess we don't know exactly who the winner is, but Big Red 1 did not win. Score line ended up being 12-4. Moving on to yet another uncasted match. This is Legionnaires versus Gunning on Empty. As it says, in a very surprising move, Gunning on Empty, after having a multi-season break, comes back, warms their engines up, and whacks down the Legionnaires like nothing else. The progress has honestly been astounding, and I would like to see more. Gunning on Empty wins the series 13-5. Moving on to one that we've got a nice clip from. We've got Sinister Pride versus Space Force. As I said, not much to talk about this one. It's a little tit for tat, back and forth on the first map, with Space Force pulling ahead on the second map. Or no, sorry, Sinister Pride pulled ahead on the second before Space Force dominated on the third. So let's take a look at this one clip that we have from this round. Yeah, it's going to go for a minute, man.
Yeah, go ahead, folks, and settle in. A very pleasant, patient double for the round win here from, I believe it's going to be, yeah, it is going to be a triple here. It's going to be
Spoiler alert,
Potatoes, a.k.a. Flying Potatoes. Going to be settling in nicely for this one. He's already found one as he gets himself staged for the attack here on the objective in the far west of the bazaar.
What's going through his mind right now? All that tension, knowing that the sight lines are lining up on him, waiting to catch anybody peeking their head through a window, through a doorway. This is why we play Onward, right? It's when you're in first person like this, you're in a pro match, like you know they could come out anywhere. You're just shaking, you're twitching, especially when you feel like the other team has got you.
Literally anywhere they could come out, and you can see here how close these shades can be. And there it goes. Flying Potatoes is going to pick up.
Now he's got to get out of the way because they're going to rotate right on top of him.
Here comes Driver of Car. He's going to put down some free fire onto the corner, and Flying Potatoes is going to fall out and grab that as well. Grab Sinister Pride, the win of the round there on Bazaar. Nice play there from him.
Brutal and beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. Sinister Pride. Brutal, exactly. Sinister Pride wins the series 8-8. Kettle 1 Lee.
Kettle 1 Lee.
Yeah. Moving on to another map that we don't have any clips from, the Newbies versus Boss Fight. This was a surprise forfeit due to the unfortunate circumstances of Boss Fight's recent player losses and, more importantly, a head injury of players, a 15-month-old child causing them to have to forfeit. Yes. That would be Radar, right? His kid's the same age as mine. Is that Radar's kid? Is Viper's kid the same age as mine too?
No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it was Radarhead's child, though, because the child's involved. I'm really not going to talk about it.
True. But I just like, you know, as a parent, best of luck to them. Hopefully that ends up being a resolved problem for them.
It was unfortunate, and you know why we don't want to have to say you have to forfeit, especially when there's something like that involved. There have been similar cases in the past with other team members, and we had to try and rule out consistently.
Man, that's stuff like man, you worry about it all the time as a parent, and then whenever you hear about it, like that stuff kind of freaks you out. I've even found like now on TV or TV shows or movies where like there's a kid that's scared and something bad is happening, like in a movie, like it's hard to watch or even talk about it. So. Totally. Yeah. So the Newbies win that series 12-0 because of the forfeit. Sure. Moving on to another uncasted match. You guys got to give some clips. This is the Pacifist, or as Trip calls him, the Pacifist versus Game Fist. So Fist versus Fist, included for the pun alone. This one, they throw no punches and come out on top. An interesting turn of events. So Pacifists win the series 12-2. Moving right along to where we actually have some funny clips. From a funny team that I enjoy, Animal House versus Rome. It's another back-and-forth match, but clearly Animal House had the advantage here, getting the 5-0 on the first map, and a big blow of morale of Rome to Rome. And Animal House got the ball rolling smooth all the way to the end, though they did have their speed bump on Quarantine.
And they sure did. This one's going to start off real quick here, and William Dunce is going to pick up one with the shield already, or no, he might have picked up two. No, that was the confirmation. No, that is true. Lipinski now going to pick up William. Now he's going to turn around and find Durf, and here comes the third, the triple. Oh no, he grabs the quad. In fact, there was one pick from him at the start of that clip there. So man, impressive stuff for Lipinski with that 4K there. Next clip is going to be the one you saw at the intro. You got William Dunst firing onto, I can't make out who that is, Green Theft Auto, who manages to slip right by Gladiator in the smoke. William Dunst takes down Gladiator by accident because he sees a shadowy figure in the smoke. Then they go at it. Green Theft Auto and William Dunst miss each other. William Dunst goes in for the knife, finds it. Then F. Lipinski manages to get the refrag.
He throw his gun at him too. That's a great ender.
I think he just threw the gun out of excitement. It just happened to fly over towards this opponent. But yeah, maybe he might have.
That'd be great, like just a traditional victory ender. When you kill a guy, you just throw your gun at his dead body. Yeah, fantastic. Animal House win the series 11-4. Moving on to our fancy match, Global Chem versus Danglers. It's a great matchup as we had expected. And it was a great starter to show off the new VRML casting assets. So we can see those in the clips, those of you who haven't seen them yet. With it looking incredibly rocky for an out-of-shape Global Chem on map 1. Now I heard they were fielding 2 new players. Yes. It led to an amazing combat on maps 2 and 3. Also, a surprising turn. Global Chem revoked their initial ban of Suburbia mid-match since they and Danglers felt like it. They just felt like it. It was a very strange move, but, you know, we'll see if it pans out. Isn't that right, Cotton?
I mean, yeah, some ESPN 8 Mojo shit right here, I'm going to tell you. Anyway, so this one is going to be from the very first round in the map. Nintendo walks right up to the objective and finds a cap under the nose of 5 Global Chem defenders to get Danglers an early 2-0 lead in map 1. This one is the C4 of the week, as I'm being told, and it's going to be yeeted over the burning building from Otto after a failed attempt from his brother Thunder just moments before a Caltrop level throw, according to Buxton. Thunder here in this clip is going to make all the right moves here to stop a 2-man cap attempt from Danglers. And to be honest, I was casting this one. I couldn't quite figure out how this one was stopped. Plenus was there on the side where Thunder was at. He was completely there as a sacrificial lamb. The flash comes out. Thunder finds Plenus and Stumpy still waiting for the flash to go off. Doesn't able to get the code in time. And Thunder Pilot comes around and finds him and manages to clutch that round. An excellent play from Global Chem there.
Fancy graphics.
And then in our next clip, we're going to see some great synergy here from both teams. Just everyone kind of in position to get the frags that they needed. You see a Jizzy come out there and find Nintendo. He taps him. Plenus gets the refrag on him. Then just shortly after, Otto finds a frag on Plenus. You just see just how exactly both teams were ready and waiting to get the kill that they needed to, one right after the other.
Yeah.
In our final clip, it'll be Jizzy from Global Chem shaking off the rust and really getting into it here on the last map as Danglers are fighting for their life here. He's going to manage to come up with 3 here for the total on the last, what ends up being the map saving round. There's the first one. He finds Nintendo upstairs in the center house. Then he's going to find Plenus rushing in. Stumpy's rushing for it as Jizzy was actually going for a cap. He pops out. He finds Stumpy and takes down 3 to get the clutch round.
Jizzy earning that spot on the team. Fantastic work.
Point man for sure.
Got to show off the new fancy graphics as well. Absolutely amazing showing from Danglers. So close. Really for a minute there, I thought they were going to get that one. That second map, man, especially after that original 4-0. Scoreline ended up being 8-8. When we go to check out the standings, I do believe that is going to be quite the, the MMR. They had to have captured something from that, even though they wouldn't get up. They had to probably pull over SMC. We'll only know once we click that fancy button and take a look to see what has ended up happening. So it looks like, it looks like the screen has moved some. So I am going to go and clean that up for us. In un momento, por favor. Go ahead, Sleepy. Give us a rundown.
Yeah, so as you can see, SMC's managed to climb their way into 4th position. G-Men holding it in the top 3 slot there with their win over SMC last week. I believe that was SMC last week, or was it this week? And Global Chem, of course, still top dogs, even with 2 losses under their belt. Beginners have lost 3 now in this season, putting them at 2nd. Danglers have fallen all the way down into Diamond Division in 6th slot, barely still in to that closed off portion of our bracket coming up to the finals. Mayhem, though, the underdog, the Cinderella story, now sitting in that key position. They are on the bubble for the upcoming championships. They're going to have to keep themselves winning if they want to stay there. because otherwise you got teams like Pacifists, Animal House, and even Blaze, who is further on down the screen.
I'm gonna get him on there, man.
Be gunning for that slot.
The whole scoreboard moved because of all the extra games we added. So they're all sitting in that menu card. There you go.
Yeah. So you can see the top 10 spot. The last one there is Silent Purge. Blaze just getting booted out there. Animal House in 9th, Pacifists in 8th. And again, Mayhem sitting on the bubble, and they've got a tough opponent in Globochem this week. More than likely, they will drop a bit, but it will also depend on the outcome of their other, opponents. They have, actually, they have a 30-point MMR spread over Pacifists, so it would take a pretty nasty loss for them to drop down. But it is a four-way tie for 8th place, technically.
Man, I did not expect to see Danglers all the way at 6th this late in the season. They got some time to make it up,
They took some risks early on in the season. They did put in the time, but, they got matched up with some good opponents quite a lot. I think they've played Globo twice this season and SMC maybe twice.
Well, I know SMC has stepped it up this season versus the previous season, so they have that to contend with. And they have some players playing other games as well. But, that is it for us. Thanks to all our players and viewers for supporting the show. Show us some love in the comments below to get a conversation going, as this helps the show rank up and get more exposure to people who don't know about the league.
That's right, and keep those clips coming, folks. Even if your match didn't get casted, you can always send us in the point of view clips. Just make sure they're framed up appropriately.
Yeah, you gotta be looking at the feed, right?
Yes, that's right.
All right, again, I am Poonators, joined by VRML Mod, Caster, and former helicopter pilot, Sleepy.
That's right, and this show is brought to you by VRespawn.com, your one and only source.
Source for VR esports.
Yeah, that's it. That VR esports news stuff. That's what we do here. That's what we do here.
Yes, that is correct.
But be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the bell so you know when our next video goes live. Follow us on all our social media like Twitter so you can stay up to date on what's going on.
Always adding new games to VR Master League, so be sure to check it out. VR Master League, the first VR esports league, the top of the line for all the professional players. So if you want to see the top of the line elite play in games, that is the place to be. This episode was written by Buxton. He said it's going to be his last one. He does say that a lot, but we'll find out. With the help of all of our team captains, all praise unto Buxton, who suffers at the keyboard so that we don't have to. Soon, Triple Nipple, who was also our director, will probably also end up being our writer somewhat. Maybe we'll get Chloe to do it. We'll find out. Sleepy, you got the last word, man. Send us home.
All right. Well, thanks again for tuning in, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We've got more action coming to you soon, and the championships are right around the corner. So stay tuned for more hot Onward action here on VRespawn.